lovely.
Thanks very much.
Your hair looks
I mean,
great.
don't
Doesn't Richard's hair look nice?
to flatter me. I'm still seething about the fact that somebody stole my passport. I imagine that's a criminal offence.
Yeah.
It's something that I'll be pursuing later in the show. OK, now...
What's that cry? I can hear a noise.
What's that Thanks very much. Let's have a look at today's headlines. The Independent, they're held by Maria. A Bond girl, everyone. A round of applause. Maria, thanks very much. OK, headline in the Independent. The British public was misled, is the headline. The long-awaited report into the BSE inquiry was published yesterday and revealed that consumers were kept in the dark as ministers and civil servants repeatedly misled the public about the threat to human health. I mean, the thing that sticks in my mind from the BSE inquiry and the whole scandal was John Gummer, remember? Feeding his daughter that burger?
Oh, yeah.
Sticks very firmly in the mind, and if you want to see that picture again, folks, it's in all the papers today. Go over to the next one. We've got the Daily Star here as well. Burnout is the headline. Scare as exhausted Martine collapses. It's a sad story. Pop babe Martine McCutcheon is at the centre of a health scare after collapsing at a showbiz party. The 24-year-old...
Billy, that happened to Billy, remember?
It did.
She's...
What? Hang on, what was that? What was that comment?
Did she vomit on any celebrities this time?
I think
optional.
It's certainly an option. I think on this occasion she didn't.
She did not.
But apparently she's burnt out. The 24-year-old former EastEnder
get well soon,
has battled weight problems and blah, blah, blah. I think that's the sentiment
Yeah.
that we want to send out, Donna.
Get well.
Yeah.
Have a nice rest at the weekend. That's what I'll be doing.
Yes.
Because we don't want to burn out.
Yes, that's right. We're a lovely warm show. Please accept that. And also...
A nice picture of Kylie there.
Next to that is a picture of Kylie Minogue.
I love Kylie.
Daily Star always like to have just a picture of an attractive woman on the front page. Never really a really strong reason for it, but it sells papers, and Kylie looks lovely.
She does.
And our producer Greg said that actually today she there in that picture looks a little bit like yourself, Donna.
Oh, thanks. That's great. That's fine by me because I love Kylie.
There's closer to Donna. There's Kylie. Both, I think, first class. Let's stun us. Let's go to the next headline, please, and that is the Daily Mirror. Not all right, my loves. We're going for the top one. Here's a story for you, folks, and a shocker. Bruce Forsyth has sensationally quit ITV. Devastating. Labelling controller David Lidderman a callous liar after he secretly axed, "Play your cards right."
No! Never!
Unbelievable!
Never!
I know I'm a big fan of playing cards. I imagine you are as well.
Yes!
The move comes 5 years after he quit the BBC, branding bosses callous and immoral. So Bruce has now slagged off bosses of ITV, having already slagged off bosses of the BBC. I imagine...
he might be...
Yeah. Have you tried Challenge TV? His options are running out. I mean, he could do Channel 5, right?
Well,
what?
No.
Go on. No, Donna, say it.
I was going to say, maybe it's a good one here, because you know when you had a bit of a falling out with BBC, the natural place to come was the glorious Channel 4.
So hang on, so what you're saying is, Donna, when you fall out with the BBC, end up on The Big Breakfast. Yeah. Simple as that. Well, there is a vacancy here in
when
January.
I left Baker Grove, that was BBC. I came here too.
So you did?
Yeah.
Well, Bruce, if you're watching, there's a vacancy here in January. I don't know how good you are. What?
Come on down.
Come on down. I don't know how good you are with floating two TVs or men in women's coats, but we're all ears. What I want to know as well is what's going to happen to are they called dolly dealers?
Oh, yeah,
where will they go? Huh? You know, the ones that pour over the prizes whilst you have the voiceover. Your home really could be a castle with this waffle iron. You really are out of work. I don't know. We'll update you
on Bruce's dollies.
Yeah, on Bruce's dollies as we get more news. That's the headlines, folks.
Fantastic.
Let's get in there.
Get in there!
I thought I'd just happily change the intonation, and I hope that was appreciated.
Could do it again, because I think that.
Let's get in there.
Let's get in there. I like that. That works.
I'll put my own stamp on the show. Now, this is a cracker of a story. Listen up. A mum and her pals guzzled 3,500 cans of lager to win a PlayStation. Only for the ring pulls to be lost in the post. Elizabeth Hyam spent hundreds of pounds in a 5-month beer binge to qualify for a promotion. Elizabeth said, "I'm devastated."
Oh.
Now, she during her bid to get this free PlayStation, she earned the nickname Mrs. Carling. Not to be confused with a lady who was dumped in favour of a younger woman by a popular rugby star. Let's just clear that up in case there's any confusion.
It would be easy to confuse the two, though.
It is. Now, what it is...
There's been a few Mrs. Carlings, hasn't there?
There have been one or two. What I would say is, as well, about this story, it's nice when families come together.
Yes.
I've got a nice little quote for you here. The kid's dad was also helpful and said that he'd volunteer to do his bit. Isn't that lovely? Isn't it good? I just see families coming together in the living room, kids there not playing a PlayStation, but warming up those PlayStation thumbs whilst the mum and dad crack open another can. The kids saying, "Mum, are we there yet? We're on the PlayStation." Not yet, kids. Just a few more 4-packs to go. It actually worked out. There's interesting facts here. We've done a few calculations, OK? 3,500 cans of Carling is how many they drank, OK? 79p a can, we reckon. That comes to £2,765, which could actually buy you 395 PlayStations. Or, if you prefer, one PlayStation and 890 games. Now, here's another story for you. What were
Sounds like a good weekend, though.
I think I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A jobless mathematician yesterday collected a £1 million prize for solving the Eternity Puzzle almost 2 years before anyone was expected to crack it. Do you remember, have you seen the Eternity Puzzle in the shop? OK. There was a £1 million prize up for offer. And what's happened is...
I haven't seen the Eternity Puzzle. What is it?
It's just a puzzle. What you do, you put it together, and if
Yeah.
you crack it, you win £1 million.
OK.
Now, the guy who developed it, Christopher Monkton, thought that no one would ever crack it. He was wrong. And as a result, he's had to sell his £1.5 million Scottish stately home, which is
lucky!
That gone. Now, there's a little bit of conflict in the newspapers today. There are some papers which have got different estimates in terms of how long it should have taken to crack the puzzle. The Mail says 3 years is how long it should have taken. It's only taken a few months. The Telegraph says 4 years. However, The Sun, and we're not sure what happened here. We suspect that a journalist was writing the story, a bit busy, handed over to Work Experience and said, "Look, make this story look beefy. Come up with a number. I want you to decide how long it would take to crack this puzzle, make something up, but I want it to look sexy. We've got to sell the story."
Oh,
OK?
right, OK.
Shall we see what number he came up with?
Yes!
Here it is here, I believe, on a still store. 130 million billion years!
Fantastic!
Thank you very much. Well done, Work Experience at The Sun. And just a quick read here as well. Bugs that behave like largalouts are Britain's latest pet craze.
Fantastic. You can just imagine lots of little drunken bugs.
Yeah, no, that's right. These beetles are plastered 24 hours a day because they live off the juice of soft fruit, which turns straight into alcohol in their bodies. They fall down, get into fights, and then go searching for Nucky. All right, let's...
Fantastic.
I think that's the papers, and I believe it's now time for a bit of a pun down. By the way, it's Friday, so it's Pun of the Week. OK, let's start with the Daily Star. Here's a pun for you. Oh, it's my story. Bugs that get drunk are the latest craze set to sweep the nation. Are we ready? That's the story. The pun says... Beetlejuice.
Oh, it's all right. It's a bit
Warms
easy.
us up.
Yeah.
OK, here's a story from The Sun on Wednesday. A clergyman dupes church officials out of £26,000. OK, ready? That's the story. The pun says... The Vicar of Diddley.
The Vicar of Diddley.
There's your two puns. Now it's time for Pun of the Week.
Should we all be standing?
Which I've never done. Now, normally...
And I have just heard that
Go on, you do
Cockney
it,
Vic
Donna.
is on holiday. So who's going to be coming in with the Pun of the Week?
I wonder. Let's find out. Let's have a look, please. And somebody's coming through. I
Pun of the Week.
believe it's Linda. One of our esteemed members of the crew, Linda. Let me just do the story. Here we are, Pun of the Week. It's brought by Linda. It's from Tuesday's Star. The story, former Baywatch babe takes a stroll with her young lad. There's the story. The pun says... Pamela Anderson! Pamela Anderson!
That's the Pun of the Week, everybody! Richard is in oh heaven as he meets Bond beauty
She's over there.
Maria Grazia Cucinotta.